Peace, everybody. It's been a while. I'm back on my channel, and I decided that I'm going to go with more tutorials and reviews with dolls because those kind of got the best views anyway on my channel. I looked at the channel. My channel, I had a mixture of all kind of different stuff going on, and the reviews or tutorials, you could say, kind of stuck. So we're going to go with that. So today we're going to talk about Zenbeats, Roland, made by Roland. And why do I feel like this could be the best doll, the best thing, at least for Android, although it's multi. So when you load up Zenbeats, this is what, the load up screen. You can pick this drum sampler. This was an addition. They recently added this. After FL Studio had recently added Slicer. Yeah, something like that. I want to say, yeah, yep. FL Studio had recently had an update, and that added Slicer to the mix, and that's a big plus. Um, and that sampler works better. FL Studio wins the battle of sampler, which I'll get into in a minute, uh, because of how easy it is. But you can select what you want to go. If you want to go to the drum sampler, if you want, ZC instrument, record audio, instrument track, the store and my stuff. That's when you look up your membership. The store is where you can buy a lot of loop packs and sound kits for your instruments. And they're still reasonably priced anyway if you just want to buy them flat out. If you plan on downloading a lot, see, I don't have a lot of memory. Being mobile, I'm not hit with I don't have a lot of memory, so I can't load up. All those stuff starts to take bytes loading up. They start to take up gigs, actually, the sounds that they have. So I don't need them. I import my own sounds. It's just the way it's just the way I've been, I guess, just taught to make beats and look at beats. you know you're gonna have to customize it. You're gonna have to customize it. Nothing is just ready to go for hip hop. You got to customize. So I just bring in my own beats. But you can look at all that stuff there. And what Zenbeats offers too is training. Like, you can sign up for a beginner's class and an advanced class. Once a month they have them, and you can go in and ask a professional that's on Zenbeats every day, how to work these, how to work this process or that process, and he's a good instructor. And he's like, if you got something that wasn't covered, he said, go and sign up again. You could just sign up for the one for next month. So I'll be doing that. I took a beginner's class and I took one advanced class. But anyway, then you have loop builder mode. And I enjoy loop builder mode. And that's another bonus that I like, is the layout, like the workflow. I like loop builder because you can build your loops, and then your loops can be in an arrangement. You can arrange your loops. You can put them all together and then make the full song, like drop melodies out, drop parts of the drums out, and you can make like the intro, the verse, the hook. You can kind of separate your loops. So if you're somebody like me that's good on making loops, but might not be as good with song structure, Loop Builder will help you do that. It'll help you craft that. Because eventually you still have to put your song on the timeline, which they have. You still have to put it to a timeline song. But you can just hit record the timeline and play the loops that you've organized and it'll just play it live and to record the audio. Like you can play it however order you want, and then it'll just go right into. It'll go right in when the song is done. It'll go right into your timeline mode. So that I like that. You know, FL Studio's workflow could be a little bit better. Mobile, FL Studio Mobile could be a little bit better. All in all, they're both some good DAWs. So you got your mixes, you know, all the beats I've been working on, and then you can open up beats from your Google Drive. So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. Oh, I just accidentally loaded up ZC1. The ZC1 has a lot of parameters, you know, a lot of effects that you can add. Look at this. It gets pretty deep. You can select. You got all these different selections of sounds. Are they usable? They're all usable sounds. It just depends on what genre of music you're making. Well, there's a lot of stuff for hip hop. There's a lot of stuff for hip hop, but like I said, a lot of DAWs tend to cater towards dance music. It seems like, but yeah, you can go in and select. So I'm not going to get too technical with. Okay, I think I fixed it. But you can select a lot. You got a lot of choices. So yeah, so you can select your instrument track, your drum sampler. Let's take a look at that real quick. Your drum sampler. Say I want to load in a sound. I just got regular drums playing. Oh, I didn't even Bluetooth the speaker. Say I want to change the sound. You'll click that button there. Change the sound. Find whatever sounds that I want to use. Then you go here. This is your sampler. So your drum samples, you can bring in any sound you want, but the sampler is just the drum sounds. Where it's located is in the drum sampler. Unlike FL Studio that just has slicer that just slices anything, drums, a melody, anything, it just slices it, and then it's on your keyboard for use. Whereas this here, you have to slice it up in increment. You gotta chop it, your number of slices, and let's say you just want to do 16 slices. You gotta individually send all 16 of your chops on a separate channel. Like you press this button here and it duplicates it. And you gotta go back up here, go to the second one, duplicate it. Unless there's a way to auto, I see this auto crop button, but I don't see that doing anything. When you're up here, that button comes up when it's already chopped. Auto crop comes up. Auto crop does not come up prior to chopping the loop. So you just got to do that 16 times, if that's how many slices you have. So that could be a bit annoying. But it's better than not having a sampler at all. And you can go within those chops. You don't have to, you can slice it how you want. Like say it's too, if you want to move the sample, you can move it and chop whatever you want to chop. So you don't have to, take their chops. But yeah, that's pretty much, you got your audio track for your vocals. Everything sounds pretty crisp. You know, you got your section here where your audio, your high and low. I like this feature here. Um, when there's an audio sample or sound, it's on this graph inside of this circle here that I'm pointing my fingers on, and that cuts the high or the low um, frequencies of the sound. So that's another good feature. Your plugins, your audio effects. I mean, you got them. They're here. You got your chorus. You got your EQ, multiverb, auto filter, auto Y, bit crusher, chorus, compressor, delay, drive, equalizer, filter, flanger, gator. Got something called glitch, limiter, reverb. So all the basics that you need to get it done, is here. And you have your send track, which you can bust out stuff. For those that know, if you know, you know. No, but being able to bust out, that's a good bonus. That FL don't have that. They don't have that option. So basically, I believe I covered pretty much everything. Roland really gives you the tools, and you can hook this up with any of their hardware units. And I hooked it up to a little keyboard that I have that works fine. So Roland definitely understands music of today. I should say this app definitely provides something for everybody. So there's one drawback too though on exporting. They don't export to MP3. Like that's kind of weird. No MP3. It has the AI, FF, and then it has the you can do a wave. They got this one called OGG, a format I've never heard of. I think I talked enough about this program, so we're just going to end it here, and then I'm going to talk about FL Studio on a separate video, mobile. All right, I'm going to shut this one on down. Appreciate you for watching. And have a good day. Create great music. I'll check y'all out. Peace.